Councillor Aitken.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I think that's better. I can hear myself as well too now. Look, this document actually is probably one of the most significant documents that a council actually has, and the community has an opportunity to put input through. A budget actually shows how we're spending the community's money. The city plan actually shows you how we're going to plan to spend the community's money. And this document actually is listing the next 4 years of how we intend to plan to spend your money. And that's why it's really important that we do get community feedback on this particular document. And I really want to challenge the community to have a look at this document as well too, because for me personally, I think we have to elevate equity higher in this city plan for the next 4 years, but we're not going to be able to do that unless there's community feedback that comes back to us to tell us that we do have to have a greater equity lens on how we're allocating our funding priorities in Geelong, how we're developing and delivering our service areas with an equity lens, and also how we're developing our strategic plans with an equity lens. It still saddens me in Geelong that we're an extremely prosperous community, but we have significant entrenched poverty and disadvantage in Geelong. And I want to actually see for the next 4 years in Geelong that the council attempts to try to target those areas and actually change that and actually take everybody that it can in this prosperous and beautiful and fantastic place that we call Geelong. And it's the city plan how we can have an opportunity to be able to do that as councillors. So I hope the community reads the plan and actually strongly puts in its views as well too about how it actually wants council to plan spending its money for the next 4 years, but importantly, how we're going to take those people that are disadvantaged and living in poverty in Geelong and improve their lives significantly. It is not acceptable, and I challenge anybody in Geelong, it is not acceptable that the Norlane community is recognised as the most disadvantaged socio-demographic area in Victoria. It is not acceptable that Whittington is number 3, and is not acceptable that Corio was number 5 on that particular list. So as a consequence, our plan for the next 4 years has to start addressing that. We cannot just accept that in a prosperous community like Geelong.